All right, well, hopefully he'll be proven wrong here, and then Shannon, you can come back to the panel and drop some smack. Matt, what do you think in final prediction here, this series overall? What do you got?
2-1 Liquid.
2-1 Liquid. All right, I'm going
it.
2-1 Kaipi. I have to agree with Shannon here. I think the scrappy teams are. This is where they shine, man. They're used to playing in the mud. This tournament is a proverbial
This
mud
is like
pit.
a new roster, though. This is like probably their first time with this roster playing in a professional game.
Dude, this is basically a pub game. They're playing against Underlord. This is what they've been training for.
All right, that's it.
I'm into it. All right, so for our first series here today, we do have a couple of casters. Don't worry, this panel's going up. We've got Annie and Pudge for Kaipi Team Liquid. Take it away, Miss Annie.
Hello, everyone. This is Android, and we are here for the first series of the day, Kaipi versus Liquid. These drafts are insane. Our analyst just went and destroyed that. So, yeah, Pudge, how's it going? What you thinking?
I'm pretty excited to see Underlord. Hope he validates the way that I think the hero should be played. Mind control is playing him, so it looks like offlane is the choice. And roaming bounty, so nothing too unexpected here. Lots of invis heroes though, and Kaipi has a lot of great disables, so I'm a little worried for Liquid, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the choice to go for both Bounty and Riki is not something I was expecting. Usually you grab one or the other. In this case, neither was banned, and Liquid, all right, more the merrier. We'll see how that plays out.
They can just have decent fights, it'll be okay, and at least they have Magnus and
the duck connects. They get the short range burrow strike. There's nothing he can do. He's just gonna get clocked down. Bone 7 grabs first blood, taking out Miracle.
I'm guessing they were smoked for that one, considering that they just did a random dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the easiest invis kill. Another team did the same thing yesterday. Just smoke, move in the enemy jungle. As soon as your smoke breaks, you dust and you kill one of the 2 invis heroes. And they had an even increased chance of finding somebody because there were actually 2 invis heroes. So it was pretty nicely done there. Miracle maybe should have been sitting in the lane rather than in the trees, perhaps, because at least then he could have seen the smoke break earlier. But not too unexpected to see that happen.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Sand King come with me, just kind of crawling around near this bottom rune. Kuroki maybe has something to say about that, but I don't really think they can contest this. Just too many Kaipi heroes in the mix. Matumbaman comes back in, but not going to be any real action here. Just going to be a 1-1 split on the runes. Come with me, though. Now surrounded by 3. They bring in Bone 7. Still holding on to his skill point. Goes for the burrow strike onto the Rubik. Searing Shane's connecting onto 3. Now they bring in Milan. He's going to be going in, dropping the damage, and it looks like Kuroki will fall. Come with me. Maybe the sacrifice here gobbles his way through the trees. Matumbaman gets that one backstab. Is going to be enough to get the kill, and that's going to be where the fight ends up. So 1 and 2 right after the horn. This is a bloody battle so far.
Yeah, I don't know if that one's still worth it for Liquid. I mean, that's now 2 kills going to Kaipi's side, especially another assist going to Ember Spirit here. Another dust on Miracle.
Oh man.
They don't even have to stun this one.
So that's going to be Skywrath Mage raking in the kills. They get another stun on the Burrow Strike. We're going to have a pause coming in there as everyone needs to collect themselves, but this is kind of a massacre.
Yeah, this is a huge advantage. It looks like maybe Bone 7 was the one to buy the dust, but it's completely paid off. He's already bought a Stout Shield, and he's got 200 past that. So I think Kaipi's really happy with how their aggro try is going right now.
Alright, let's talk a little bit about the top lane here. Axe versus Pit Lord. Not something you expect to see in professional games, but you got 2 Beast Boys just dueling it out, and it seems relatively even.
Yeah, I think Underlord should be fine here. He's got a really high base HP, amazing base stats, so at the very least the Axe spins won't do very much damage, and he's able to trade farm pretty easily, especially once he gets a bit of mana. He really doesn't care about this. 2 sets of regen, he's fine. In the mid lane though, Magnus versus Juggernaut should be relatively okay for the Magnus just because of his increased base damage from power, so I'm sure this lane will be decent. And worst case, he gets a point in skewer and the Jug Spin won't kill him anyways, so I think this is absolutely okay for Liquid. They just need to stabilize in this tri-lane. Really important. They will get an Observer Ward at least. That's pretty nice for a grab, and they're getting some pulls done also, so they should have some experience advantage here, despite all the deaths already.
Yeah, the tri-lane means they are going to be splitting XP a little thin, but as long as they can keep this Ember Spirit just soaking in the kills, it's going to be alright, so we'll see how it plays out. Again, we are not even at the 2-minute mark, and there's already 4 kills on the board. So it's going to be definitely an action-packed game here. Bone 7 taking a snip of Riki Scissors, but going back, continuing the farm. On the rune, we may have something going down, but no, Matumbaman just going to be holding on to things for now. How do you feel about the choice to go for Magnus mid? It's a pretty obvious deny pick against Kaipi, but I mean, picking Magnus against the best Magnus in the world takes balls.
It does, but all you have to do is cast a power on your allies, and it doesn't really matter because the skill is so good at accelerating your farm. And like they were saying in the draft, Riki with Empower is genuinely very scary just because he already buys a lot of agility items, which means that Empower is going to accelerate his damage even further. So I'd love to see how it ends up turning out in terms of the teamfight impact, and Smokescreen's really good against Ember Spirit as well. So it's a pretty good game for that, and it does synergize well with Magnus.
Alright, so Miracle, he's pushing up. He's trying to get some farm here. His last hits are not ideal, only sitting on 8. Compare that to the Ember Spirit's 14. So clearly things are working out for Kaipi in this offensive lane. We're going to have a rotation up. Bounty Hunter moving towards that top lane. Is it possible to get a kill on the Axe right now?
It's going to be real tough, especially with his HP as high as it already is. Matumba's going to start hitting, but...
we're trying. There
decent.
We go.
That's pretty
Hitlord
good.
snaps him up. There's going to be Battle Hunger on Matumba Min, but it's going to cancel now. So 3-3 just walking away. He'll just Tango Salve up and start fresh. Now Bounty Hunter is having some trouble here. He's only level 2, just ticked over to level 2. How does he make himself worthwhile?
I mean, what he just accomplished on the top lane was decent. It's going to cost Axe about a salve, but he's got to do this kind of repeatedly. It's just so hard for him to do that in the safe lane because they've already died so many times. Not to mention they have so many good heroes.
The Dust, they get the Burrow Strike, and that's going to be a nice easy kill on the Riki right there. He's crawling around, but there's no way he makes it out of that. So Bounty Hunter denies to neutrals. Well, Sand King gets the kill onto the Riki. So clearly Riki's not working out. What do you do about this? It seems like they're just feeding Ember.
I mean, they're doing their best, but this is about all they can do. Their tri-lane is very squishy heroes. Normally your core is a little bit more survivable, but Riki has really bad base strength. His HP's weak. Is good, but that's about it. And with this tri-lane, they have so many good disables. Even the silence from Skywrath Mage, amplifying all the magic damage, guaranteeing that he can't blink strike or smoke screen away. It's just really effective against them. They're doing a great job.
Well, there we go. There's that silence. There is going to be that lift from the Rubik, and now they're looking to go onto Miracle, but is he going to crawl away from this one? There he's going. He gets his health, but just a little bit of HP coming his way. Searing Chains, along with that Caustic Finale, will end up securing the kill for Kaipi. They're going back in onto the Rubik. They know he's got no mana. He's got no lift. Oh, God, he's got no life. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is really not looking good for them in their tri-lane. Their tri-lane's completely shut down. That's 3 heroes, too. Can't die this many times.
Yeah, I mean, running Riki in that core position is risky. Is there anything they could have done to try to insulate that? I mean, they're trying to buy out sentries, but it seems like Kaipi just always have a dust.
Every kill in lane stage was really big. They're gonna go on Jug. He does miss his new RP lands though. Gotta get the kill. Omni Slash.
Oh, the Omni coming in. Unfortunately, unlucky bounces. Doesn't hit Magnus enough times, and now Magnus just booking it. Back up to the high ground as Axe TP's in, so nice little kill there. Bounty Hunter picking up a little bit of gold. He's now reached level 3. Looks like he's going to go try to kill himself to neutrals and just get back to Fountain scot-free.
That was really close though. Magnus whiffed his what's it called again? Shockwave. He missed his shockwave when the jug was spinning. That made it way closer than it needed to be. But either way, that was a very crucial kill, especially on a farmed and highly leveled hero. Allow him to catch up a bit.
Alright, so things looking a little bit even. Taking a look at net worth. Magnus on the top of the charts. He has been farming pretty well, but Ember Spirit just stacking up the kills. He's going to be level 5. Almost has his little remnants out so he can zip-zap all over the map. Now top lane, Mind Control. Oh no, he is just out and has no way to get home here. He's going to be stuck there. He's trying, he's going in, trying to channel up the ulti. Will he get out in time? No. Culling Blade gonna be swinging through. That could have been a nice little escape for him.
Yeah, he needed to buy a lot more time though. Level 1 Dark Rift is still 5 seconds. He had to cast that before he got Initiator on. That was maybe the only way.
Mid lane, GH got in some trouble. They bring in Kuroki. He's got that lift up in 4 seconds. Is Bone 7 going to try to stay this one out here? He's diving towers. There's going to be that lift. They're going to drag him closer. Come with me though. He comes in, lands a Burrow Strike, and Magnus is going to be hitting the deck. Looks like they're able to clean up Kuroki as well. It's 2-9, and it's not looking like Liquid have a whole lot of strength in this early game.
And Kaipi's rotating so well too. They're taking all those early levels that they got from that aggressive tri-lane, and they're just picking up kills in every single lane. So even though that Liquid was doing arguably better in their mid and their off lane, they're also negating those advantages too. It's just looking so scary for them. I mean, at least maybe Mind Control has a bunch of points in Atrophior, and that could allow him to farm faster, but I don't even like that skill build either. I honestly think he's kind of making a big mistake here.
We'll see what's going to be going down mid. Nice little lift. Magnus is able to go through. Ends up dropping the base there, but there's going to be immediate follow-up. Come with me. Goes in. Looks like Matumbaman is going to be scraping out there with his life. Healing ward popped out from the jug, so a lot of resources expended with no real payoff. And looks like Matumbaman is going to go kill himself again.
He has done this a few times. I think it's just his third die to neutrals, I think. I mean, at least they're making stuff happen, but costing yourself RP without getting the kill is huge. If they just RP'd before the spin, it would have done all the difference. They just would have a dead jug, and they need kills so bad. Their heroes are a little underleveled. Their nuke damage is weak. It's like they, especially Underlord going for his passive this much, it does guarantee that you will have more atrophy aura from creeps dying, but now they have less firestorm damage. It's like, none of their heroes had that many nukes in the first place anyways, because you have a bounty hunter and a Riki. I just don't know. He's gonna go for the kill on mind control. I just don't know how much damage though.
He's thinking about it. He's got the Omni Slash. Juggernaut may realize he bit off more than he can chew. He's got the haster and he's fine there in the mid lane. Bottom though, there's gonna be a kill. Bone 7 snaps up the Rubik, and now Miracle just sitting in the trees. He's dusted. He cannot move. Kaipi gonna show a rare moment of mercy and just back off and keep farming up.
Those are really good tree spot by him. They probably assumed that he blink striked away, but just the fact that he stood in that little tree clump actually kept him alive.
Juggernaut, he's thinking about it there. He's got the Omni Slash. There's a bunch of TPs, and his haste rune is out. Looks like maybe Juggernaut could be out of luck there. Oh, Shockwave comes in. They get the lift, they get the Faithful, and there's going to be no Underlord stun to hold him in place. The Healing Ward doing its work. Juggernaut limping up to the high ground. Shockwave not going to connect. Matumbaman comes in. He's got the Shuriken Toss. Is it going to do enough, though? It's like he's just going to be invising up. Well, Ember Spirit grabs the bounty. There's going to be a fight bot lane, but mid, Matumbaman, gives up the chase. Switching over down here, Bone 7 in some trouble. Riki hopping in to that ulti form, but not really able to find anything. Keeps himself alive for the time being. Dust connects onto the Riki. Can they actually catch up, though? Like, once again, a little bit of a stalemate going on.
Riki's got to be so annoyed, man. Every time a dust is popped, it blows him to 267 movement speed. He's already really slow, but this just makes it so much worse. That's the issue with core Riki. Clearly, you aggro tri-lane this guy and you just kill him repeatedly because his HP is so bad. His movement speed is awful.
Come with me, sit in the trees. Gonna reveal. Looks like Matumbaman gonna try his luck on that. Burrow Strike comes in. There is no ulti on the Sand King, but there is a dust, and Skywrath Mage coming in. Walking into the smoke cloud, though, gets himself silenced. Miracle thinking, can you initiate on this? Looks like they're gonna be going for that. They get the damage. Oh, but Pit Lord's stun, slightly miscalculated. There we go, there's chance number 2. Come with me, getting low, but Mind Control doesn't have a whole lot of move speed to catch up. Oh, boy.
I just think they're falling flat on their early engagements. I honestly think Mind Control's build was pretty wrong here. You have to go for Max Firestorm because it becomes very spammable. Like, if he just maxed out Firestorm first and got something like an Arcane Boots or a Soul Ring maybe, and you just spam every single wave. Axe can't really walk into the wave either because it does percentage-based HP damage. You can transition this into jungling, and then all of your ganks become a lot more effective as well. Like, one skill point of Pit of Malice does 100 damage, Firestorm could do minimum like 200, even if they run out of the burn right away. It just becomes so effective, and then maybe afterwards he gets attack speed or a Droma or something, but I really don't like all this atrophy aura. It scales so poorly. And most of Kaipi's damage anyways has been all magic and nukes and stuff, so...
Top lane here, push in. Matumbaman can't defend this, so finally we're going to see some towers start crumbling unless all of Liquid want to defend this. I mean, they could go in, drag Pit Lord and friends up there, but it seems like Matumba trying to go for the deny. Will he be able to get out with his life after that, though? That's the question. Not able to get the deny, not able to do anything to stop that tower from falling. Now Dust comes in, does connect onto the Riki once again.
First time I've seen this.
Yeah, this looks awfully familiar, but I mean, right now, Bone 7 just rolling in the pennies. Axe is actually going to be our net worth leader. Kill score, not fantastically impressive, but he's been doing a really great job keeping himself farming, already with the Vanguard and the Blink. So he's definitely ready to go here at under 12 minutes in the game.
And the Vanguard's really smart as well because everything's pretty much physical damage with Liquid. He's going to go for the call. Needs one more spin. Oh my god, he didn't even need one more spin. He actually he's level 11 already. It's 11 minutes, the guy's level 11.
That's not supposed to happen.
Like, it's actually incredible.
Alright, one of these days Bounty Hunter's gonna grab his level 6, and that's gonna be some track cold coming in from Liquid if they're able to actually round up the kills. How long could it be before track gold makes enough of an impact to make up for bounty deaths? Stuff's coming back in. Riki, he's so not safe on this side of the map. What do you do with him?
I don't know.
Purge, make it better.
This one's real tough. They're losing 13-2. They barely have enough damage to kill people. Their initiations are walking at heroes and trying to lift them into combos. They're so behind at this point that even that is very difficult. Mobility advantage is going to Kaipi. They've got disable advantages by far. Like, their axe is almost unkillable by having a Vanguard. It's
yeah,
tough.
man. Our draft panel talked about, you know, axe is really the key to this game. If he performs well, it's going to be phenomenal. If he drops the ball, it's going to be real tough. But,
I don't
it
even
looks
think
like
they
he's
needed the
doing a
axe.
good job.
Like, it wasn't even about the axe this game. Like, he's farming incredibly well, by all means. But this is the game of the tri-lane. These like, two supports with Ember Spirit, they just wrecked the game. And their early rotations were pretty nice as well. Like, look at this. Miracle's actually scared the last hit. Because he's afraid to get initiated.
Bone 7, though, he may have bitten off more than he can chew. RP dumped out. That's going to be a clean kill on the Ember Spirit. Looks like they're trying to reinitiate here with Come With Me. He's got his ult. Will he get a chance to channel it up? Skywrath Mage dropping the Mystic Flare, and it looks like there's
What a burrow.
snapping out of there. They get 2 heroes down. This is looking real good. Milan in some trouble as well. Easily picked off. It's an 0 for 3. Liquid showing some signs of life here at 13 minutes in.
Yeah, finally. That burrow strike from Kuro changed everything there because there was about to be an axe chop on him instead. Him staying alive gave everybody movement speed. Basically a movement speed advantage by axe not getting the chop. And all of their heroes have really high base armor, one of the big advantages of Liquid's draft here. And if you put that on top of the fact that they also had Underlord, then all of the right-click damage from Kaipi is just so much less. Compare that to Skywrath Mage now, who has like 0 armor still. Just gets blown up by Riki and power, things like that. But definitely the first big deal is on Ember Spirit, just prevent him from getting out. And Riki Smoke Cloud does allow that.
Yeah, that Ember Spirit kill is almost 520 gold going straight to our little bounty, so he's found himself as level 6. Now there is going to be an initiation here. Once again, it looks like our little bounty hunter will be hitting the deck, but at least he got something done.
And it only cost them 198 gold for the kill. Here that got the kill, and the other 2 got 48. That's actually a pretty small amount of gold advantage. It's a little miscommunication.
I mean, they're trying, though. They got it down. They're going to take out the healing ward as well. Meanwhile, down bottom, there was an initiation attempt, but TP back means that no one's going to be going down this time. So, nice little trade there for Liquid. Kaipi can be pushing in the structures, but they might be able to make this a 1-for-1 trade. TP in comes from the axe. Is he going to man up on this? Goes for a double man call, but lifted up by Kuroki. Dragged back. Can they finish this off? Bone 7 comes back in. Fire Remnant in. Oh, the Searing Chains. Burrow Strike, though. Stolen from the Rubik. It's actually doing the job. Oh, the Riki goes in. Is going to be grabbing up some kills, and now Milan comes in. He's thrashed. He's going to be forced back. Is this going to be enough, though? Milan getting low. Bone 7 comes back in after buying back. There is going to be a nice little ulti from the Skywrath Mage, and they get the kill onto the Bounty Hunter. They're chasing down the Magnus here. Bone 7 with that Flame Guard just goes in. He's burning. Not able to get that neutral denied, so Ember Spirit is able to get something for his buyback.
Yeah, that was really good. That's one of the better buybacks I've seen in a long time. Just instant initiation. He definitely does get gold in that, positive 135, and it guarantees 2 to 3 deaths on the enemy team. The big thing that changed this whole game actually was just Kuro stealing Burrow Strike, just because it gave them an extra stun and an extra nuke, which is lockdown that Liquid desperately needed. Miracles in the area here, we'll see. They put a sentry down, they're going to spot him.
Oh god.
He can't
There's
get
a lift
silenced.
here onto the Ember Spirit to try to buy some time. Another dust comes out. This time Miracle is just going to have to bail out, leaving his buddy to take the heat. Underlord comes in though. He's angry. He's dropping the fire, but I don't really think there's enough re-engage there without the Rubik, without the Magnus. So we'll see if anything's going to happen as Magnus respawns. 3-3 goes in, gets the taunt onto that. Oh god, Underlord's super dead. Culling Blade slings through now. Silence in onto our little Riki here. He's running. Is he going to get away? Oh gosh, no. That's another kill coming in. So Kaipi making it an overall 4 for nothing, and they're going to get the tower as well. Moving in towards the mid. Do they go for the pressure onto the tier 2 or just back off and farm and roche?
I think they just keep getting map control and kills. The amount of pressure they're putting on Miracle is actually insane. I think this is the most dust per minute I've ever seen in a Dota game in my whole life. And if they're using it effectively, constantly disabling Riki, don't let him do blink strikes, smoke screens, ultis. Maybe he should have popped his ult a bit earlier, and he's also gone for a potentially questionable item build with the Drum of Endurance, but it's really inexpensive for getting your attack speed up, and it does give you some base HP regen, so he just needs as much survivability as he can get until he hits a good streak and buys something like a Diffusal Blade. And that's when everything changes, because then he doesn't have to worry about the Skywrath Silence anymore, and he should be able to chain disable, or at least cast his abilities and not get killed.
Mid lane, Bone 7 looks like he's chasing down the Magnus, gonna give up that chase instead, just flipping some damage onto Kuroki. Now, item build coming out from our Ember Spear. He's feeling real comfortable. Looks like he's gonna go in and he's got the Perseverance. What do you expect to see out of the Ember? Are we gonna go like
Probably Battle Fury.
double Battle Fury Daedalus or just keep it fresh?
I think something like a Lincoln's is also possible.
Oh.
There's gonna be a fight. Oh, they see that. So.
Yeah, they're gonna lift up this Skywrath, but it's easy picking. Is it gonna be worth the cost
God.
there? Come with me goes in. He doesn't know Miracle's right behind him right now. He doesn't actually have any detection. In fact, Come with me could be the one initiated on Burrow Strike to get himself out of danger. Blade Mail Axe goes in and calls the Riki. Is there enough damage though? Miracle gonna be getting out free here. Culling Blade will not do enough. The rest of Kaipi though, they're gonna be right behind. Do they try to retreat? Do they try to fight? Looks like they're just walking away.
You never want to initiate on just the offing here, but here comes Pit Lord.
Oh, he's
Right
coming
side.
in though. He's bringing his friends. Oh gosh, that's gonna hurt. Now 3-3 gonna be going back in. And Blade Mail's at the ready. They are able to go through and get a kill on the Rubik and the Bounty. They're looking for more here. And they're gonna be chasing down. Magnus tries to separate Bone 7 from the herd. Meanwhile, Come with me in some serious danger from Miracle and Pit Lord. Are they gonna wrap around here? Burrow Strike connects onto the Magnus. Do they have enough damage here? Come with me getting so low. He's crawling in. He doesn't have a TP. He's just asking for death right there. And will be going out. So a bit of a messy fight from Kaipi.
Yeah, Liquid's starting to get some really big advantages, and it's kind of centered around Underlord in a lot of ways. At this point, maxing out Atrophy Ore is really effective because of the fact that Kaipi's damage is going to come... I mean, they still have a lot of nukes, but it's really trailing off compared to what it was in the laning stage. So Juggernaut, for example, anytime he builds an agility item, 40% of that damage gets countered by Underlord being in the fight. And it's the same case for Ember Spear right now, too. I mean, it helps that he's building a Battle Fury, but he isn't finished yet. He's only hitting for 75 base. 40% of that goes away. Just something like 35 damage. It's really tough for Kaipi to actually do enough damage.
Kaipi are going to scan. They're going to find out that at least something's going on in their jungle and just stick to the lower half of the map. Now, Kaipi, we talked in draft a little bit about how Liquid have 2 Invis heroes that might put a strain on their supports to buy so much dust and so many sentries. Is that causing an impact at all, or has the kill score just completely nullified that?
It's completely nullified. There's no way that many dusts haven't been useful. There's been a few that haven't gotten them killed. For the large majority, the pressure they've gotten from dusting their opponents has been easily worth it. I mean, Miracle has 7 deaths. The only really negative about what Kaipi's been doing is that they haven't turned this massive kill advantage into too many towers. They've got 3, but 3 is not a Roshan and a huge team fight afterwards. There's just been constant skirmishes, and at some point here, Track Gold has actually been making a massive impact. If you look at the net worths, Miracle's like fractions behind the Juggernaut now, and that's not where we expected them to be after that early game.
Yeah, even in the overall net worth chart, it's actually really close to 0. It seemed like it was sloping desperately in favor of Kaipi, but you can really see exactly where Bounty Hunter got track and started to make use of it.
Yeah, so I'm sure the Liquid is pretty okay with this. I mean, and the dust actually is a big deal if you think about it. Yes, they killed Miracle 7 times, but every time it cost them at least 90 gold to do so. He's gonna break the smoke actually on Come With Me. Stun misses.
We'll see how this fight's gonna shape up, because it seems like Radiant, they're taking a little sandwich of the Dire now. They're moving forward. Riki somehow manages to scrape out just for now. No, he's dead. Axe gets that Culling Blade kill. Now he's all hasted up. He wants to go forward. He wants to find more. They ping out Kuroki. Can they catch up here? Blink. 1 second cooldown, ready to go. Meanwhile, Pit Lord, he's going to be dragging his friends out this one. Can they get out in time? They can! Rubik does not end up going down there. Matumbaman, the only Radiant hero still left in the skirmish, but very well placed Pit Lord ult. Make sure that no one else hits the deck.
Yeah, that was a really good Dark Rift. Absolutely worth the cast. It's a little unfortunate for Matumba.
He's going to go ahead and get dusted, but still a worthwhile trade if you keep everyone up with that Dark Rift. So, unfortunately losing the bounty, but wasn't as tragic as it could have been.
Yeah, not too bad. So yeah, the Kaipi's not quite as ahead as I thought they might be. They do have a bit weak of tower hitters, so heroes like Jug is really the only one that's going to effectively do that. And Bounty does eventually get them kills, so and gold advantage, so I think Liquid's in a pretty good spot right now, and I feel like they are going to scale better, especially with Empower on the Riki Maru, especially once he finishes. Like, the last fight was a little unfortunate just because he was the first one to break the smoke, so he felt like he had to pop ultimate because he assumed the whole team was there, and then that gave them like 4 seconds to set up was the issue, so a little scary. I went Yasha first, I think, instead of going for Diffusal. Not a terrible choice. The attack speed's great. It's very good with Empower as well. Just needs to keep fighting, getting a couple kills here and there, keep Rubik alive if possible, since him stealing things like Omni Slash or Burrow Strike or Skywrath Mage spells are really effective. And I'd be a little worried if I was on Kaipi right now. I wonder if they're feeling the loss of advantage.
Yeah, I mean, they had a huge window in the early game where they were just stepping on the Riki, but like you mentioned, there's been no love for the Roche just now. You look at Mind Control's build, he's found the Vanguard, he's going to be going into what I hope to hell is Radiance.
Oh my god, he's actually building Radiance?
I mean, I hope it's not a Rapier, but...
definitely happy right now is Suns fan. There's no way Suns fan's not happy. He loves Radiance on Strength Heroes, and this is a really good case to have Radiance, just because Underlord is going to not die, especially having minus damage as well as damage block. It really synergizes amazingly. Like Ember Spirit, for example, right now, his damage is going to be reduced by like 50, and then once he actually attacks Underlord, it's reduced by a further 32 from the damage block. So Underlord himself is going to be very difficult to kill. With that said, he will have to buy something like a Hood or a Pipe afterwards, but I really like this choice. It's going to help make up for their team's lack of damage. It's going to give evasion to everybody on their team. It's going to disable Blink Daggers. That part's huge during a Sand King and Axe. I actually really like the choice this game, as much as I would like that match.
Juggernaut, a little bit cocky here. RP just dumped out of the gate. Fractal comes in. Juggernaut's dead. There's a channeled up ulti. Come with me, just slapping the ground. They are able to get 2 kills in return. Don't really know if that's worth it, as Liquid are already going ahead and pushing the tier 3s.
It looks like it was okay for them. They did get less experience, but the gold change was semi-comparable, and Jug is dead for 35, not getting 400 gold. Like, the way I look at that, Bounty Hunter wasn't going to farm anyways. He was going to run around look for kills. And Magnus could farm, but Jug not farming is a huge thing. And I got track gold, so I don't know, I think that's alright, especially because Magnus is already at pretty solid items. Blink Dagger, Force Staff, Shadow Blade. He wants to be farther ahead than this, though. He's got Manta that counters track, but he's not getting his item after that. And even still, again, Underlord counters his damage.
Oh, here we go. Axe
what a
is
great
going to be
dodge
chasing
right
in. Miracle in some trouble. I mean, he's just pushed up real far without a whole ton of vision. There's going to be Ember Spirit just coming back in. Miracle's still running. The dust is going to wear off relatively soon, but there he goes. One more smack of Bone 7 Sword, and he's dead now. Pit Lord, he's trying it again. He's going to be getting out just fine, bringing Rubik back with him. Oh my gosh.
Kuro is like, I'm picking Underlord every game, dude. Look at all the saves he gets to have.
Click R, save team. It's working out.
Yeah, it is. Underlord's finished his Radiance now. Another thing we haven't talked about, just Empower on Underlord's not bad at all this game. One of the best things about the Treads build here is just he gets going to get Cleave. Not that he's not going to farm fast at all here, but definitely survivability items for his team is what's next. Something like Hood, Vlad's Mechanism. This will be really useful this game.
Yeah, definitely not out of the realm of possibility. It seems like everyone's starting to farm pretty effectively. Looking at the net worth chart, I mean, all the cores are pretty much going head-to-head. No one's dominating just yet.
I actually can't believe that Riki's not farther ahead in net worth. Pretty incredible, actually. If he does keep buying out, technically his deaths don't matter that much, as long as he wasn't going to farm anyway during this time period, and he's now closer to Diffusal Blade. 2 Blades of Alacrity picked up here. And he can always passively farm super fast just because you can attack the back sweeps like he is now. It's like he doesn't even have that many items, but he's getting a guaranteed 1.25 extra damage for every agility point he gets, so his damage is always going to be high.
Oh, Juggernaut could be in a little bit of trouble there. All the Radiant heroes wanting to go on him. He's tracked up, but just going to be walking away. Not feeling too spooked. He got a little bit of experience stolen by the Bounty Hunter in the jungle, but nothing crazy now.
Fast gem purchase here. Ember Spirit's holding it.
I mean, they got it, dude. It's 2 Invis heroes, and the amount of money they've spent on Dust and Sentries has got to be well over what the gem costs.
If they can kill him though and steal this, Liquid's going to be in a amazing position, and it's on Ember Spirit, who's fairly easy to kill. Doesn't have a Blink Dagger yet, though he is very close. 2,000. I don't know if he'll buy here with the vision from the Radiance is maybe the next thing, but he needs to not die. It's really important. Matoma Man scouting this out. He's going back, by the way. Give me a spot on a sentry there.
Oh my, that was a lucky little call there, wasn't it?
I guess he didn't have vision, didn't he?
No, that was just a good old guess. Now, they're going to be going in, and now, okay, Mind Control is going to be trying to bail out here. Will they have enough damage? Yes, they do. This time, Dark Rift cannot save you. Pit Lord will be picked off. Skywrath Mage gets the credit for that. Now, Skywrath Mage is my favorite hero in Dota 2, but it feels like he is having a tough time having an impact past 10 minutes in.
I mean, he's still disabling people and amplifying damage. It's one of the nice things about the hero. It's like you just need levels, kind of. If they ever attack you, you definitely want items, but as long as your team is the one initiating, you're almost always going to get value out of your skills. That was a pretty amazing grab from the Axe, though. Pretty sick that he just expected a hero to be on the high ground there. And it's just a good thing to get support, considering how many Invis heroes are likely to be there anyways.
All right, let's take a look at the overall XP chart. It's actually way far ahead in Kaipi's favor. Net worth is pretty close, but just about 10,000 XP difference. And in terms of levels, that's really making a difference. Your Rubik and your Bounty on Liquid don't have their level 2 ulti. Meanwhile, Axe, Ember, all your cores, they're feeling really comfortable. Can Kaipi keep up that XP momentum, or is it going to start to even out?
The whiffed epicenter. I mean, they can keep up the experience momentum. As you saw in the graph, there was that really crucial point around the 14-minute mark when Liquid finally started getting kills, and that's when everything changed. You can even see like the change on the graph. One direct line, which means it was as a result of like a super big impactful moment. So every single time that they got those kills from like the 14 to 20-minute mark, it changed everything in terms of experience, and then finally Liquid was able to get back into it. If they never hit that window, the game just would have ended. Kaipi finally transitioned into some tower hitter stuff, but again, that's the issue with their draft. Really good at fighting, but they're not able to easily transition that into Roche kills and ending the game with a death push, and that's what you get in elimination mode sometimes.
Ember Spirit getting close. He's got the gem. They find out this Bounty Hunter now. If Liquid didn't know about the gem before, they certainly do now. Bounty just gonna kind of get played around. Liquid, though, looks like they're mounting a defense. They're not gonna let Matumbaman go down without a fight.
Dude, they're really scary right now. Riki's got 130 base plus Empower. It's like an extra 70 damage, and he's gonna get backstab from Cloak and Dagger.
Axe is thinking about this. He could go and blink in and get the call of his life, but they've got to have some sort of bailout. Meanwhile, Dark Rift is ready, so Ambulance Pit Lord could save the day once again.
We really need to see Mind Control get another survivability item, though. Could buy... Even just a cloak would be massive right now. They do de-ward and make sure there's no ward, but Kaipi's sitting in a good place. They're just not going to get caught here.
Alright, so definitely a tense engage there. You could tell, 3-3 was pinging himself out in the pit. He's like, do I jump? You want me to jump?
I think go and come with
jump. Alright, come with me though. He's probably going to get sandwiched here. Blinks back. There's a force into the Magnus. He tries his luck there. Come with me. He's going to try to get out there. He's tracked up. Burrow strikes his way to freedom, but it's not going to last too long. There we go. Meanwhile, Axe is able to go through in the bottom lane. Gets a kill onto the Rubik. So globally going to be a 1-1 trade, but getting that track kill on the Sand King is really starting to add up.
Riki's got to be a little careful here. He needs a blink target. Diffuse yourself, damn it.
Look, he's totally fine. What are you worried about?
He did not need to die there. I think he didn't anticipate quite as much hate came there, but he easily could have removed the silence with this blade, and then maybe gone aggressive, maybe got out. Maybe just didn't want to waste the charge because he felt like he was dead no matter what, which is definitely a possibility during the position he was in.
I mean, Bone 7 was right behind him, had the gem, and there wasn't really a whole lot of blink strike targets available, so it seemed like he was just going down, may as well swing.
Yeah, kind of. It looks like Mind Control's actually playing Naga Siren. You guys clearly didn't notice. Which is actually quite annoying. Everybody's all excited for Underlord, yet we get a Naga game. Going for a Yasha into a Manta most likely. Oh, could be SNY.
I'm excited, man. I think Underlord can do it. I think he can be Naga.
It's not a good build. I don't like it.
Alright, now tell us how you really build.
Like, why can't they keep him alive? That's what he should be.
Oh, we're gonna be going in. Nice little call there. Culling Blade swings through. Bounty Hunter is gonna be done though. There is gonna be a BKB on the Magnus. Just thinking about the RP. Omni Slash bouncing around. They get the kill on the Rubik, and they're going back in for the Magnus. Jug's gonna get rooted, but 3-3 able to finish the job. So easy 3-0 on Kaipi. They can go back into the Roche pit, finish that off, and how's an Aegis gonna change things up?
Not that much, really. I mean, Kaipi's already pretty far ahead. It's not like we're seeing any death push kind of stuff. I mean, maybe Kaipi will feel more confident farming in aggressive places with Ember Spirit or Jug, but I assume they'll put on whoever has a gem in this game. That'll be the safest thing. Liquid is just dropping the ball in the last 2 minutes or so. That was just a atrocious fight for them. They lost 10-second BKB on Magnus. The Omni Slash cleaned up everybody else, and I honestly, they just need like a Vlad's or a Pipe or something like that, and I think they're ready to fight. They could actually easily win every team fight against Kaipi if they just grab those items, but...
Alright, looks like Ember Spirit not wasting any time, immediately remnants into the bottom lane and starts a siege onto those tier 3s. Liquid, I mean, if they're going, they've got to go now. They're kind of scattered all around the map. Miracle crawling in from the Dire secret shop, so he's got a ways to go. His TP is on cooldown. We'll see if he stops to farm up or get back and defend, because either way, structures are about to get pushed.
Yeah, I like 3-3's positioning here, just waiting to see if he can grab a kill. Blade Mail on him is going to be amazing, considering how much damage some of the Liquid cores are starting to have. They still don't have mech on Liquid, so they're still at a pretty weak team fighting area, but yeah, just Underlord pushing out the top lane. I just really think this Manta build is so bad. Like, why not buy some? You have 2,000 HP on Underlord right now. Buy Vlad's and give yourself 4 extra armor and your team more damage and mana regen and all of these things that would make Underlord better. Instead, he's trying to play the hero like, you know, like something that doesn't actually match up with his skills very well. Like, I don't think they need to make illusions and split push with Underlord illusions. You can do that with this hero by himself, I feel like.
Yeah, but he's Naga Siren, so he's really got to just method act that.
Just gotta use an ultimate that always gets him out of danger, and yeah, and the other skills don't matter.
There we go. Now a split push coming in. Miracle, I mean, he's definitely made some strides to get back in the game, but 10 deaths is really starting to set him back. And now, you know, we're not in early game anymore. When he dies, he's dead for the better part of a minute. He's just off the map, not having an impact.
So that's definitely a detrimental part, especially because now Jug is getting good at pushing towers. So once he gets a BKB or something like that, Miracle's gonna be fine. But most likely we'll go Manta first. Although he could go BKB now. Let's get Manta, I think. Once you have Diffusal Blade, it's reasonable, especially if you go BKB. Kind of like the idea. I think the biggest thing that Liquid needs actually is a big RP. Because if you can RP 2 core heroes like Jug +1 or Ember +1, then they should have a team fight win, especially when BKBs finally do come out for Liquid.
Alright, so TP's back.
This is bad for him.
Oh, Miracle. He's trying there. Nice little smoke, buys him some time, but he's going to have to come out of that Trickster trade eventually. Going back in is just going to get completely dropped. Kaipi sparing no expense. Killed a little Riki Maru. Now TP out from Kuroki. Oh, they get the call just in time. Another Culling Blade. It's a godlike streak for the Axe Kaipi. They are just totally in control of the map. They take out the tier 2. They defend their own structures, and would have a long way to go to get back in this.
Dude, their counter to split push has been amazing so far. Kaipi is actually playing incredible at shutting down Liquid around the map. Like, it was looking good for them for about 10 minutes or so, but Liquid has kind of stopped engaging. I don't know, I feel like they don't feel comfortable fighting anymore, and 3-3 continues to punish repeatedly all over the place against Liquid.
Ooh. Come with me. Moving forward, there's going to be a dust. They do reveal the Magnus. He's going to BKB TP out. There's nothing they can do against that, but that's pretty expensive. That's Magnus' 9-second BKB. Yeah,
2 wasted BKBs that haven't accomplished anything. I mean, he's still farming very well. He's got 2,400 gold past his BKB, but what does he even buy with his gold? I'm not sure. Maybe something like Refresher. Maybe Refresher could work, I guess.
Refresher's always pretty good now. Okay, over here, Bounty Hunter just gets dropped, and that means anything else goes down. I mean, Liquid have no track gold. This fight is just something they don't want to take. They're bailing off. Magnus is going to go ahead and take a triple stack of Ancients. This will be pretty nice for him. Going to be raking it in, but like you mentioned, how do you convert that into winning team fights and structures? Now, Pit Lord up top, it's going to be silenced. Can't Dark Rift out of this one. Oh, Nelly, that is a
At least he's radiancing the waves, right? With his 5,000 gold that he bought a Manta with. I mean, I'm actually so disgusted by the Manta style. I don't know if you noticed, but I think it's awful. It's actually so awful. Liquid is doing a great job farming. Like, that's been clear. But now they're not even getting track gold anymore. They haven't used their mech once. They haven't team fought in like 15 minutes. They're also now playing up against a Ember with a BKB. Now all of their abilities don't even do anything because they have to deal with him being magic immune. Like, yeah, he can still get RP'd or whatever, but the counter to this here is you just drop a smoke cloud and you kill him. And now it's even harder because they're just delaying this game with split push and stuff. I genuinely feel like they could have just taken fights. I mean, it's very difficult though, because Kaipi has gem advantage, which means they're always going to have vision advantage. It's hard to get map advantage with that. But I feel like they could have taken a fight somewhere in there in an attempt to get a gem from their opponents, and they wouldn't have lost much, even if they did get 5 mana wiped. At worst case, they get Roche, or maybe they take one of your tier 2 towers, but I don't see them taking Arax. It could happen now, but 15 minutes ago, I think they take that fight. Worst case, you get some track trades, or nobody die, or everybody dies, but at least they don't like end the game because of it.
We'll see what's going to be going on now. You wanted Liquid to team fight. It seems like they're gearing up to do so. We got a grouped up, smoked up Kaipi, and they're moving into the Radiant territory, so Liquid got to put up or shut up right about now. It looks like...
They're going to go Miracle, because he pushed mid.
Oh.
Really bad.
Oh, Miracle bumps in. There's the Burrow Strike. They get him down. They've got the Mystic Flare. Not even needed at this point. He's going to go Manta. He actually blinks himself away. Now he's occupying all of Kaipi's time. The call going to be off the mark. Miracle, though, is going to take the Battle Hunger. Oh, the Jukes gets himself away. Will he be able to make it back to the base? Sand King giving up the chase for now. He's popping the Diffusal Blade. He's actually going around back to that bottom lane. Now, meanwhile, Bounty Hunter is going to eat up some of the aggression from that. Bounty Hunter will most likely give his life from this. Riki, he's crawling around. Does he actually go back into this? He's thinking about it. They lose the Bounty Hunter. Now Miracle calculating whether or not he wants to be going in, and now they're not going to be able to...
Oh, they got him!
They got him, but they got to go through that BKB. Axe is going to get lifted up to get dragged down to the low ground. He does. He's got the Blade Mail running. They've got to be careful of that. Riki, he's invulnerable right now, and looks like they are going to get the kill onto 3-3, so Bounty Hunter, 2 heroes dead, super worthwhile. The fact that Miracle lived is phenomenal.
Dude, he basically went through like a hyperbolic time chamber all game, just dying, and now he's like a master of trying to not die in Riki. Like the fact that he evaded that many stuns and disables and didn't die is freaking incredible. I'm like blown away. And they were able to kill Ember Spirit in the jungle in the meantime, and they were able. They got killed. Finally in a good spot. Underlord's got 2k gold now. 1400 gold for Miracle here towards his next item. He really needs something like BKB. Like, I almost like he has to just get BKB. It's that or Scotty, I think. Probably, yeah. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Those are both very expensive items.
They are, but when he gets them, it's going to massively increase his survivability again. Like Scotty would give him like 3 or 4 armor with the slow that would be applied in an AoE with Tricks of the Trade, and it's going to be better with Empower. It's gonna give him 750 HP, like all these things he needs. KB is probably a lot safer.
Kuroki? They bring in the Magnus here, but do they really have enough to deal with this? They drop the RP. Sand King, he's gonna be going down, but 0-7 is angry here. He wants to avenge his teammates. They are gonna get the root on him. He's able to remnant away. Kuroki's getting low, but he's still alive. Meanwhile, there's gonna be a fight going on towards that mid tower. And it looks like the Radiant not keen on taking that just yet. They've got Miracle waiting in the wings. They've got Bounty Hunter sitting there, ready to go in for tracks. They try to go in the Juggernaut now. It looks like they're going to be going in. Nice silence. You can't omni out of this one there. That's going to be a Diffusal Blade popped, and they do get the kill. Riki is going to be starting to add this up for his team. Another track comes in onto 3-3. Tries to TP out. That's not going to be working out. So can they actually take this fight? Oh, hell nah. That is a dead Riki.
Might still be worth it, as long as Matumba doesn't die too. He's a boss though, so okay, he didn't catch him this time. It's still decent. I mean, it's still more gold, and Riki also did buy out. Looks like he's going Echo Saber. It's very close. Should be okay, I guess. Gives him HP, gives him mana regen. Gonna give him a guaranteed slow as well. He won't have to use a diffusal charge every time that he initiates to cast Smokescreen on somebody. That part's kind of cool. And it does reduce attack speed of his opponents. Be useful.
Is it useful this late in the game though? That's the thing. Usually you see it picked up pre-20.
It is, usually. I can't remember if the slow goes through somebody that's magic immune. If it does, I feel like it's pretty worth it, honestly. And it's a double hit, and he's already got Empower, so really, if that starts with a backstab, actually, that's one of the more important parts. If he initiates with a Blink Strike and gets a double hit right off the bat, that's already doubling his damage, because usually people will react by turning and fighting the Riki. So if he can get like 3 hits off right when the fight starts, it's an incredible amount of damage. It's like a crit, basically. It's a guaranteed crit, actually, is really, if you think about it. And it only costs you 2,600 gold to get that item. It's pretty useful on heroes like Riki. You just had to delay it until now, because obviously if you go Echo Saber first, then you don't do damage in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that net worth. You see how impactful that fight's been. They're starting to crawl their way back into this. It's only a 4,000 deficit. And you've got heroes like a Skywrath. Even an Axe starts to fall off into the ultra late game. So Kaipi, maybe their window's closing a little bit.
Yeah, I really think it is. I mean, Kaipi's been playing amazing team fight, but if there wasn't a Riki, or if there wasn't a Bounty in this game, there's no way Liquid even gets close to winning this. But it's going alright. Mage picking up a 4-staff. I feel like he could have had maybe a bit more items. I've been buying a lot of wards and doing regular sports stuff. me. He's got a Yules and a Force Staff. He's very mobile too. Getting a little harder over time. Born BKB for Jug. I also think Jug went completely the wrong build this game. This is not the build to go Diffusal Manta. This is more of a inexperience against Underlord thing. But his build, all of these agility items he bought, all countered by Underlord. I think he would have been better off going more raw damage if possible. It's kind of hard to say because this is by far the most popular Jug build right now. At least he's offsetting that a bit by going Basher instead of another agility item, but I feel like that build is maybe a mistake too.
Yeah, I mean, what would you have wanted? Like early Battle Fury into Abyssal, or?
Battle Fury obviously would solve that problem, but is Battle Fury really good this game? Probably not. I mean, Manta kind of makes sense. So does Diffusal because of Track. It's okay. I like it better than Manta, that's for
High
sure.
Sense fan.
It's definitely better than Manta. It's still like a Nago build, but I think there's a lot of value in lowering the cooldown of Pit of Malice and Firestorm and Dark. It's definitely okay. And you're going to lifesteal from Firestorm, and that does max HP burn damage. So if he just like actually just walks in the Firestorm, he's going to take 6% of his total HP, and then Underlord will heal 25% of it. It makes more sense than Naga in a lot of ways, actually. Oh, he stole Burrow Strike. Oh, that's so huge.
Naga Siren doing a good job here, keeping that split push up. I mean, this top lane has been pushed in towards the tier 3 tower for the better part of half an hour, really. Now, Pit Lord Illusion just going to be taking this out. Mage gets the deny. Nice little play there, but it seems like Liquid, they're starting to feel strong. Kaipi are now the ones herded into their base.
Ooh, they get a spear.
It's only a Skywrath, but can they actually get the job done? There's going to be a nice little blink around. 3-3 going in, trying to just man up against Kuroki. He's going to be BKB'd up. They bring Bone 7 back in with the RP. Connect on this 3. They've got the damage from the Riki as well. Oh my god. 4 heroes are dead. Ember Spirit's coming back with that Aegis. But it's looking real good for Liquid right now. They're moving forward. 3-3 in some trouble. They want to focus on Bone 7 here. He's going to try to run himself away. But they've got the catch there. Magnus blinking in. He's got the Force as well if necessary. Going to get Searing Chains in temporarily. Misses the skewer though. That's going to be pretty costly. Can they still catch up to him? They need this, and they will get it. That's an Aegis and a kill onto the Ember Spirit. And he's got buyback, but that's so expensive. At this point, this tier 3 getting chunked.
This Riki plus Magnus combo is just so dirty. If you ever RP 3 heroes, it doesn't even matter if the Riki is empowered. They're going to kill them. And if he is empowered, instantly dead. And that's exactly what we saw in the fight.
3-3. He's jumping in. He's trying to make some space, but this is a pretty ambitious play. There's going to be Ember Spirit buying back into this, but they can't actually catch up to the Magnus. Oh gosh, if they don't get any kills off of this, this is so not worth their time. They leave Miracle alive. That's a buyback on the Ember and no payout.
I don't know if I wanted to stand next to the Underlord there. Everybody's so low. If there would have been like a Sleight of Fist or something, everybody dies. Still a great fight for Liquid though. Nobody going down. Miracle's spot Diffusal 2, it looks like. Anything else? Let me check. Oh, he's got a Blink Dagger finally. Really good pickup too. Just gonna make him so much more evasive. He can use that after you, like if he ever gets tricks of the trade-off, guaranteed Blink Dagger afterwards. There's some, you know, pesky AoE.
Alright, so Mind Control is literally Naga Siren.
Naga Siren.
Look at that build, dude. It's
a Naga Siren build, alright. Like, I just dislike the Manta. I think the Octarine's fine. I just think the Manta could have been a lot of other things, especially in that time period where they were having trouble fighting. But the Octarine's cool. Well, it'll make him very difficult to kill.
Alright, now I don't know if we covered it, but the gem Ember Spirit was holding on to for a while is now on the Pit Lord. Not sure how long it's been sitting there, but that's really changed up the flow of things. You saw Kaipi in that last fight in their tier 3. They really had trouble catching up to these Invis heroes. Now Milan, 3-shot by Miracle. He's got that level 2 Diffusal. Didn't even have to use a charge. That is some serious damage coming out of the Riki. Now underneath this tier 1 tower that's still standing, 3-3 is in some serious trouble. He's going to be going in, trying to TP out with that BKB, but they get this done. He's rooted up in place. He's going to be tracked up as well, so more and more gold flowing in that Liquid fountain. And that's Underlord picking up his 4th kill of the game.
To be honest, I feel like this game is completely out of control now for Kaipi. Like, Miracle's finally into Riki territory where he starts 3-shotting heroes. I'm sure Mage is now wishing he had different items, just some armor or anything would change all of this, but...
Or some items at all, dude. He's got 4,300 total net worth.
Yeah, for how many kills he has? 9, 4, and 17? That's pretty low. But he has bought gems and wards all game and sentries and... And that's what it takes sometimes to combat Riki, but Kaipi just hasn't transitioned this game. They played the laning stage so well, but now they're here.
I mean, is this Kaipi missed their window? Because look at the net worth chart for the first time in this entire game. It is going to be up in Liquid's favor.
And that's a lot has to do with playing against Naga lineups, but they had a gold advantage. They just didn't turn it into Roches. They didn't turn it into tower advantage. I think they just fought a little too much, I dare say. Now Liquid's finally ahead. They've always been keeping up in farm, and that's one of the impressive things they've done.
Now we haven't
Riki,
seen. Yeah, he's trying his best there.
Oh, he
Come
got
with me. Gonna go ahead and burrow strike up solo Omni, but the Manta. He's actually gonna get himself out of safety here, and now that's gonna be a BKB Juggernaut. Just dealing with Pit Lord illusions. Those are taking up his full attention span while the actual racks get crumbled. Kaipi, it feels like they're starting to lose their grip here. You got Bone 7 crawling about. Can they actually make this happen there? Nice little ulti coming in from Come With Me. They get the burrow strike, but this is going to be Pit Lord to follow up. Oh god, it's all going downhill. They've got the ambulance if necessary. Mind Control might not get a chance to use it though. He's going to go Manta himself to safety. Just crawling back there. There is going to be the defusal to keep him safe. He's going in Dark Rift. Not going to channel. He's going to get killed off before that's able to go through. So Riki and Pit Lord are down. And now looks like Kaipi are looking to chase down everyone remaining. There's going to be that dire sentry allowing for the kill on the bounty hunter. Can they keep him locked down though? Do they have the vision? They're going to be popping in the sentries, and Force Staff up onto the high ground will not save you. Double blink there. They want Matamba Man dead, and they will get that. So it's going to be Skywrath traded for 4. This game is now looking like Kaipi might come back.
Hey, with that said though, there's still track gold in the game, so any kills that Liquid get are huge. And again, Riki can just 3-shot Skywrath Mage routinely. So, and Ember Spirit still hasn't solved his armor problem either. He's only at 9 armor. Riki really is good against Ember in that way. Magnus could be in some trouble top worse. No, he's got Slow Bridge. Okay.
He's
absolutely
fine.
That guy's really farmed, actually. He's incredibly farmed this game.
Yeah, but how do you turn a super Farg Magnus into one team fights and push structures? It seems like Liquid, that's where they're dropping the ball.
You empower the Riki and you press your reverse polarity button, and then the fight is won. That's literally all that has to happen. Like, Kaipi's damage is not scaling, that's the problem. You saw the Omni Slash versus Riki, it did almost nothing, and it may have been as a result of Riki's super high armor due to his agility gain. It also could be the item build that Jug won. It's very bad for Omni Slash. I mean, he's going to attack between slashes, but Manta Diffusal, man, if Underlord's in the area, or if an Underlord Manta Illusion is in the area, then he does way less damage.
Alright, looking at our net worth chart here, Underlord is at the very top, so Naga Siren playing late game. I mean, what does Pit Lord go now? He's got like 4,200 gold.
They need a Shiva's Guard or an AC big time. He's already got 3,000 HP, and a large component of the damage he's taking is either magic or physical. He should have solved this problem a long time ago. I genuinely believe that, either with a Vlad's or a Hood, but that's got to be his purchase next. I think it's... I mean, anything else that he could buy... What's a typical Naga item here? Diffusal Aid? I don't think he'll buy that. Yeah, Shiva's Guard is the purchase. It's absolutely the better choice. So. Do AC, but I like Shiva's way better just because he already lowers damage done. Let's also reduce their attack speed. That's a pretty good idea.
So just cripple them and then kick them in the gut when they fall down.
I just calculated how much damage Jug loses by being around Underlord. He loses 68 damage. Gone. Just by being near Underlord.
Oh.
His item build.
Speaking of Underlord, he's able to go back through. They're forcing back this Ember Spirit, so it's going to be Battle of the Split Push coming in. You can see Bone 7's Indecision. Another BKB charge down for him. We got Underlord as well as our Magnus is taking apart these mid-racks, and yeah, there's some push onto the bottom lane, but this is not comparable. We've got Comfort Me channeling up a nice ult 3-3 going, and he's got the blade now, he's got the BKB. Kuroki walks in, taking a ton of damage. Skywrath Mage not doing a whole lot, but the gem off
the bring him together.
Oh, the RP comes back in, as well as the Riki tricks of the trading. This could be done here. Everyone's going down without buyback. Axe gets himself back into the fight. This is looking ugly, man. He's just trying his best, but I think if he goes down here, that's a GG called out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, game's over.
Kaipi, after what looked like an assured victory in the early game, end up losing it to Liquid.
Yeah, just started finally getting some important kills. The itemization, like Liquid just constantly was farming and eventually getting track kills and got some crucial kills to find the in the first place. And Kaipi never, ever translated